state's important, but when you're across multiple states like Duke is, that creates lots of problems. If you have regulated assets and unregulated assets, you have different states, they all have different opinions and different views. And if you want to lead this change, I think, especially in the smart grid, you probably need to have federal and state legislative change. Because somehow you've got to get energy efficiency. You have to be able to earn a return on energy efficiency.
I think it's important for the federal government to actually set kind of direction and to set out the vision and to set things where they can provide a lot of help and a lot of value. So things like the work that NIST is doing on standards development, I think, is absolutely critical. There's a lot of talk about, here in California, well, shouldn't California set the standard and then, force the nation to kind of go its way? Well, there are over 3,000 electric utilities in the United States, right? So if the three big guys in California set out, if we manage to get in a room and agree and set the direction, that is not very much leverage against the other 2,997 utilities across the U.S., right? I think you have to take into account that there are significant regional differences across these 50 states, and it's pretty much impossible to legislate a policy that will make sense for all 50 states.
With the funding from the ARRA law, it's just really accelerated what we've had planned to do all along anyway. And it's actually, given us an opportunity to do the demonstration projects that would have probably taken quite a few years to really get in place.
The smart meters that we're putting in can be read by the customer at a much more fine-grained level than it can be by us. We get hourly data, but the customer can get every few seconds, every few watts type data, and that can be used to do energy efficiency, to have the customer really understand their usage, and we think it will yield a lot of benefits to the customer.
If electric vehicles, which I am a big believer in electric vehicles, if electric vehicles are able to gain the market share that we think they will by 2020, then that creates a whole set of dynamics that will bring down the cost of lithium-based chemistry batteries and really open up the opportunity for more of a distributed microstorage.
My guess is what's going to happen is that the future will be open more to the players, to the market. It's going to be open. Market players are going to come in here and sort of disrupt the model, especially downstream between the distribution and the retail play. And so it's going to be important for utilities to partner and align themselves with the right players. So I see the utility becoming the enabler of the grid and being more of an infrastructure player, and the new companies sort of taking over and making these things happen.